Hello folks, welcome to your next boring Model 3 drive unit PCB video. This one's a little bit different. I've broken out my super high-tech, cheapest microscope camera that I could find on AliExpress for some zoomed in action for you here today. Once again, I find myself very humbled, and I want to explain why to you. So what I've got on the microscope camera is this OEM Tesla Model 3 temperature sensor probe type of thing. The board has got three of these that mount on the back, and they push down into the heatsink to measure the heatsink temperature via a little thermistor that's on the very tip. This guy here, if I flip that board over, you might even just be able to see it in there if I can show you. There's a little 0402 thermistor just on there, and this plastic carrier then is an injection molded part, presumably out of some nylon material. This one's slightly melted because obviously I was using hot air to remove it from the PCB. Now, I've been using just a normal through-hole NTC thermistor on the current revision of the PCB. However, very kind gentleman on the Open Inverter forum kind of took it upon himself to change that for me. So what do I mean by that? Well, here's our OEM temperature sensor. As you can see it here, quite a complicated, presumably injection molded part, and I am terrible at this microscope work. Oh God, this is awful. Here we go. So injection molded part with a little custom PCB on it here. So let's get rid of that, and let's bring in this thing and say hello to a completely open source and 3D printed version. So this would have been no small task to reverse engineer and then redesign and then upload the entire design to GitHub. So what we have here is a part that I ordered using that design from the 3D printing service of JLC PCB. This is using some technical nylon in SLS printing, that's selective laser sintering, for those of you a bit silly like me. So that's basically means frickin' lasers, okay, made this thing. So then, not content with just having the plastic part reverse engineered and then open sourced for us, he then went off and did this and designed the PCB and put that design up on GitHub for us. So now we have these temperature sensors panelized. I got these ones manufactured recently at JLC using the very same, where's my thing, here it comes, using the very same characteristic thermistor as the through-hole version that we currently use on the version 3.2 PCB. So these little guys basically break off here. They're scored lines, and then once you do that, you get not that, silly me, but this, which is the open source version. This is like, oh, this video is going to Yeah, I'm doing it wrong. I know. Camera's probably turned backwards or something. But anyway, enough about my camera angles. Here we have fully open source version and fully compatible with the existing thermistor currently used. So let me bring in the OEM one here, and you can kind of, hopefully we can do a little bit of a side by side for you. Right, so here we go like that, then we got to go like that. Now this is like a game. Play chase the temperature sensors. This is bad. I am terrible at making quality videos. But it won't go under the freaking camera. Will you go on under it? Okay, so this is our new one, and it is flipping amazing, folks. This little board. Now, one problem that we do have. Now, I haven't melted the. You have to just melt these tabs down with a soldering iron just to retain the PCB in here. I literally this stuff just only turned up about 30 minutes ago, so just thought I would churn out a quick terrible video for you. It's a pity Pinky's not here today, because she could probably position these a lot more, a lot better for you. So that's not all, as the saying goes. Stand by. Okay, check this out, folks. Not content with just doing the temperature sensor, ta-da, we get this guy, which is our current sensor holder. So let's have a bit of a closer look under my terrible camera work here. We get ourselves this guy, a completely reverse engineered and perfectly fitting current sensor holder. So on the back of it, this is where the cores would go in, and they have to be a gapped core. To see this little, let me get my little pointer here for a sec. See this little area here? That's where on the back side of the board, the actual current sensor, the Melexis Hall effect sensor, would go in. Now, unfortunately at the minute, I don't have the gapped core, or I haven't sourced the gapped core that will need to go in here, so it's just the plastic part. But I just wanted to show you some of the kind of ongoing development work. This is a major contribution, so thanks very much to the person that designed all this stuff and contributed it to the project. I'm pretty blown away with this. Like, I can do little bits of simple 3D CAD now with FreeCAD and 3D printing and, you know, stuff for the plasma cutter and that, but this is, yeah, this is flipping out of this world stuff. So if anyone has any info on the ferrite core to fit this, please do let me know. Otherwise I'm going to try to hunt something down that'll work for us. Now, the advantage that we have with the open inverter board is that, excuse me, we don't need to have the exact same one, because if the reaction to current is a little bit different to the OEM one, well, we can just adjust that in the web interface. So, folks, that's it for this short for you today, including my terrible zoom camera microscope thing. I hope you will join me in saying thank you to the person that did this, because it's flipping amazing. This was again printed at JLC in their technical nylon. We got these little caps as well. So basically these guys go on the back like so. So obviously we would pot in the core in there, and then you would put the cap on, and then you would have a current sensor block, which would mean that that block would then not need to be harvested from the OEM board. So that's it. I'll wrap it up. We will see you in the next fun-packed episode. I do have something relating to the Model 3 project that I'm gonna do a video for you properly, hopefully in a few days. And until then, as always, don't forget to give this crap a complete thumbs down. Don't buy any of the boards. Don't look at the design on GitHub. Whatever happens, don't support me on Patreon and PayPal, because then I just buy more of these things and make improvements to the design and make that available and things like that. And nobody wants that, so don't do it. And until next time then, happy SLS printing.